Welcome to the Premier Heating and Air Show, powered by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. There's Tom, there's Reed. We got some great deals for our listeners and our viewers. As you can see this show on all sorts of social media platforms, it's incredible to look at us. But you can also listen as we're here, 7:30 a.m. every Saturday morning on Altitude Sports 92.5. Tom, we got to talk to Reed here, pal. We got to talk.
We need to talk to.
Don't-
We need
don't
some
do it.
counseling going on.
We gotta talk to Reed about your CSU Rams, brother. What was that? What was
don't know.
that, Reed?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, come on. Come on. Oh,
Licking his wounds.
look at the
Hey,
wound.
we don't have to play again for a while, so
Oh, that's for
Right.
sure. Is it,
we
oh,
got
you're
like 5
excited
years
about
to
that?
get ready.
5 years ago. Oh my God, Reed. I was
Oh.
thinking about you the whole time. And then
Oh, yeah. I decided to not text you guys at all.
Yeah.
sorry.
It was
man.
painful.
It was tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't all right. Should I pile on here, Tom, or not? I don't have to, I guess. Stay away from it.
No.
We already
The
know
damage is done.
we know.
we got problems.
So,
Wait.
so I got a question. Why is it that they're not going to play again for 4 years? Is it
5 years. 5 years.
Yeah. What is this? Is a scheduling conflict or what's
Yeah.
the deal?
Well, yeah, this is ridiculous, by the way. Of
Yeah.
course, CU and CSU should play every year. I mean, give me a break, okay? Washington should play Washington State. Arizona should play Arizona State.
Yeah.
Utah, BYU, I guess. I don't know about Utah State, but you know what I'm saying? Like, in-state rivalries absolutely should play every single year. Oklahoma State.
Colorado, Nebraska,
They're not.
Like,
Reed. I said in-state
Yeah,
rivalries.
in-state.
Again,
Nick.
we go to the CSU education about what states are, but all right,
Well, who's Wyoming? Who's your rival, Tom?
they don't have one,
Casper College.
right?
Theirs is Colorado State. I mean, it's all the same.
That's right. The border
Close
war.
enough.
We've got to defend that border.
That's the third border.
Oh yeah. When I'm going past that border on I-25, I just look around and I'm just like, man.
You see antelope and you feel the wind.
Yeah, I'm like, thank God
right?
somebody's defending this border. What would we do? Can you imagine? It's so flammable. There were like military vehicles and fences and posts and just like, as if that border was really something more than just like a tumbleweed, whistling past the road. And you got that big buffalo thing up on the mountain there near the border. And oh my God.
Hey, when I was still living there, we called anybody from Colorado coming up to do fish or a hunt. We called them the greenies, and we wanted to keep the greenies out.
Keep the greenies out. That's right.
I are a greenie.
That's what you need. Less people in Wyoming. That's what Wyoming.
Right.
We know
Just working.
Too many people here. There's just too many people here in this state. Anyways, we shall move on. Reed, I got a nice little sign in front of my home. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it there. Yeah. I'm happy.
Got any calls? You got anybody knocking on your door yet?
I have a gaggle of people. I have security now. So to keep the folks away. But no, I'm proud. I'm proud to rep Premier. I'm proud of my system and everything I got going. How are you? You got a brand new. Why don't you recap for everybody what you had put in your home? Maybe we can start from there.
Yeah. So I did the exact same system that you did. It's our gold package S9 V2, the high efficient furnace. So you're pulling it up. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then we replaced the two outdoor units, the ACs.
You got the DMAX system, didn't you, Reed?
Yeah, the DMAX special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Talk about that. What do you get for that? What is the D-Max? It's not the D-Max, but whatever. We call it the D-Max special. What would you call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, you get that high efficient furnace. The outdoor unit is, so everything is 2-stage. We've talked about that before. So you're really getting that efficiency and that comfort with that system. The other thing is we're including that package, which it comes with a humidifier now, and the air cleaner. So that it's all, it's a total package. You get the indoor air quality, really improve that, and the comfort and efficiency with that system.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We love it. We absolutely love it. And such high quality products. Tom, you want to speak on the actual products themselves?
Well, yeah, I mean, both you and Reed had what we would consider builder grade systems within your home, which means they were either on or they were off. When you turn up your thermostat for the heat or turn the thermostat down for the air conditioning, that thing would come on at 100%, and it would just blow like crazy and probably cycle multiple times within an hour on a cold or a hot day. Today, now that you guys have the D-Max special, what happens is the system comes on first stage, which is about 65 to 70% capacity. And it'll run most of the time. It's going to satisfy the thermostat within 5-8 minutes on that first stage. And so you're not going to have that crazy burst of high temperatures, low temperatures, things like that. So that's really what it's about. It's more about comfort than it is anything.
Okay. Well, go ahead, Reed. Go ahead. Yeah.
A good way of looking at that too is, a lot of people with that single stage, I mean, it's 100%, it's all on or off, and one thing you'll notice, I mean, kind of think about it, the next time your system turns on, but yeah, it'll get really hot and then it drops way down. So you're getting like these big swings in temperature. And with a 2-stage system, it's going to run more often at that lower setting, like Tom said. So it's keeping everything really even. You're not going to feel those big swings in temperature.
Yeah, nice long run cycles so that we keep the stratification within the home, and we keep even temperatures, especially in 2-story homes.
Yeah, well, yeah. In my case, it's a 3-story. Not that I'm bragging or anything.
Hey, yeah.
I got a 3-story.
Yeah.
I got one. Big deal.
Well, if you're a rancher, that's fine. You're from Wyoming. I mean, I get it. That's not a problem. But it is a little trickier. I have a very slender townhome. Okay, I'm not living La Vida Loca here or anything.
I love your neighborhood though. When I stop by, I'm like, this is awesome.
Don't you think? Pretty cool, right?
It is, and you got everything just kind of within walking distance, and it's
gelato.
I love it.
Gelato within walking distance.
Well, we got it's yogurtini. Listen, I'll be specific where I go. I hit the yogurtini, but I got Blue Island right there. I got Vibiachi right there. Sierra's a little bit up the street, but in terms of walkable distance, I go across to Lincoln, and Carmine's is over there. So, no, I mean, I love it. And, if I want I got my little haircut place. I got the sport clips. I got the this. I got the that. And in my life, this is why it was so important to get the right thing going. We did it. Okay. My family, we had a bigger home for over 4,000 square foot. French doors, finished basement, blah, 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 blah. We had all of it. We did. And one of the reasons why, and Tom, it's great becoming friends with you. But Reed and I have literally, I don't know, Reed, 13, 14 years, something like that. I mean, it's pretty wild how far we go back. And Premier had been in my home from the time that Reed and I became friends all those years ago. And it was really cool to add technology like the Nest thermostat. What was that UV thing, Reed? The UV, cleaning sort of thing. I know him, the technical things with me. What was that?
Yeah, and you have kind of a newer version of that in your house now. So that's the Remy UV light. Yep.
Right. That was a crazy game changer.
Mhm.
That one right there. I mean, listen, and we're talking new furnaces and air conditioning systems in my old home, but that Remy air cleaner thing was it was like a light switch. Like you
Yep.
really could feel the impact of that. Maybe you could talk about that a little bit, Reed, and people might
Yeah.
not know what goes on there.
Yeah, and that's the other part of it. That we, in addition to the comfort, is really the indoor air quality. And so we're doing a couple things there. We also have the Respicare air cleaner.
Mm.
So with that, we're really filtering out the air, removing any of those particles, allergens, things like that. People have allergies. That'll make a huge difference. And then with the UV light, what you're doing is you're killing off a lot of the bacteria, viruses, and you really you're getting like that hospital grade air. And one thing I've noticed, when I have the same thing in my house, once I put all that stuff in there, I mean, I almost never get sick. And that's the reason is that you're purifying the air constantly. The last piece of that is that humidification. And that's something where I just turned mine on the other day.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets pretty dry here in Colorado, right?
That's right. Yeah.
In the wintertime. And, when you're running that heat, you're actually even drying the air out even more. So we want to replace that humidity. And, that's something that's also going to keep you healthy too. At night when you're sleeping. I went to my brother's house a couple of years ago. He didn't have a humidifier, and I woke up and I felt like I had the flu or something.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
It was so
right.
dry, so I ended up giving him a humidifier. I'm like, dude, you gotta, what are you doing? Like, how do you live like this?
Crazy, right?
Yeah,
right.
But it makes a huge difference,
Yeah, it's been incredible. I mean, I guess I probably just take it for granted at this point, but it's because of a long-term relationship with Premier, and Premier's long-term relationship with American Standard Heating and Air is such a great combo meal. Hey, listen, we got a special going on right now. 720-547-8009. That's 720-547-8009. First 10 callers get a free furnace tune-up. About a $49, $50 value, something like that. 49 exactly. But hey, why not get it for free? And so what happens in this tune-up? What kind of things are we looking at here with this furnace tune-up there, Reed?
Yeah. So what we do, I mean, and this is our typical tune-up. This is not, like basically what we're doing is we're kind of giving you like a little bit of a test drive of, how we do things. So we're going to go through, we're going to do the whole thing, 100%, same way we do every single time. But we do a thorough evaluation. We take a lot of the components out. We have cameras. We can scope inside of, the heat exchanger, look for any signs of rust, different things like that. We're pulling out the blower, the fan inside there. We're cleaning everything. And then at the very end, we're going to give you a full report with all the pictures. It's like when you get your car service, red, yellow, green, and just give you an idea of like where everything is at, any potential issues, anything that we can do to kind of improve the system. And this is something you should do, every single season, to kind of get ready for we're coming up on winter. Right now is the perfect time to do this. Don't put it off, and we can identify any of those issues, get them resolved, and then, you'll be good to go for the winter time.
Tom, can you feel it in the air a little bit?
You can feel it for sure. I mean, Sunday's the first day of fall, right?
Yeah, look at that. My gosh. Yeah.
I mean, that's it. It's right around the corner. So we came off of our nice hot summer, and the weather's a changing. I mean, we're going to start seeing some leaves change. We're going to feel that crisp air. And the other thing is, as Reed was speaking to earlier, typically in the summer, a lot of us are keeping our doors open. We're in and out of the house on a regular basis. But as we head into winter and then head into the cool days and cool nights, those doors are closed up tight. Windows are closed. So indoor air quality, that's what our terminology is, DMAC, for what else we put in with HVAC systems. And that's where we talk about the UV light.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we talk about the Remy air cleaner. And that's where we talk about the April air humidifiers. Those three items together are called an indoor air quality package.
Okay.
Because we need to clean the air and we need to have the right level of humidity and saturation within the air as well. Because during the heating season, we dry a lot of things out because that hot air coming across that furnace, that's where you're going to notice some, maybe the separation in your wood floor, things of that nature. That's because of the dryness, the separation where your trim is. So it's always good to humidify your house, and that just puts the humidity back into the areas where it really needs to be, and it makes it a healthier home.
Yeah, and this is why this is such a great partnership with Premier and American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. They work together for the right products, the right installation, and the right plan moving forward for years and years and years. Reed, maybe you can talk about it again, 720-547-8009, premieraircolorado.com. Spectacular website, really easy to get around. And you can get a free estimate over the phone and then, kind of go from there. But Reed, I do understand you had a customer who was talking to you after a long period of time, coming back for more business and trying to figure out what was going on recently, right?
Yeah. So actually, it's a customer that I initially sold, almost 15 years ago.
Wow.
So it's been a long time, but he was actually out fishing with a buddy, and they were talking about, they were actually talking about the new refrigerant changes and different things like that. And a lot of people are looking at updating before the end of the year,
right,
to kind of get ahead of that.
Well, why don't you just talk about what that is, first of all? People might not know. Why don't you explain just what that is?
Yeah, Tom probably knows more of the technical ins and outs from the supplier side, but as far as from what I know, and we've seen this a couple times. I mean, they change refrigerants, they do the different things like that. But basically, we've been using the existing refrigerant that we have now, R410A, and for the last 10, 15 years or whatever, 15 plus years. And now they're switching that over to a new style of refrigerant. So, basically, from what I'm hearing, the costs are going to be going up quite a bit, at least initially on those. So 20, 30%, somewhere in there. So right now it's a good time, while Tom still has a lot of that equipment in stock and everything, is updating it now. Like, don't put it off for another year or two. I'm sure the new refrigerant and all that is going to be just fine, but from a cost standpoint, you can save quite a bit by updating it right now and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, Tom, can you expand on that?
Yeah. So what is going on is the refrigerant inside the systems is continually changing. I've been doing this for 37 years. This will be our third refrigerant change that I've been involved with. And it comes down to, as that refrigerant leaks out into the atmosphere when a unit is serviced, or maybe there's some type of a leak, that refrigerant can get into the atmosphere, and it's ozone level depleting. And so the old original refrigerant we had was significantly reducing the ozone layer. Then we switched about 23 years ago to the refrigerant we're using currently. And it's less depleting by, probably 70%. Well, this new one that we're going to is really 99% safe. I mean,
Wow.
if it gets it out of the system in any way, shape, or form, we don't have any problem with reducing levels of ozone and things of that nature. So that's really what it's about. But with anything new, there's technology, there's R&D, there's all kinds of things that need to be added into the new products. And so really now's the best time to save as much as you can on a new HVAC system, because you're buying current technology, which parts are available no matter what happens. Once we switch to this new refrigerant, every manufacturer has to keep parts on the shelf for up to 10 years. So it's not a situation where you're going to not have availability of parts. It's not bad inventory. It's not anything like that. It's all fantastic stuff that we've been selling for 23 years.
Awesome.
And we're just moving to a new series.
Now back to your story, Reed. They're fishing. They're talking about this, and
yeah, and my existing client, he's like, you got to hit up my guy Reed, because you're looking around. He had talked to a couple other people, and so long story short is we kind of, we went out there yesterday. We kind of reviewed everything, and then we're installing his system today. So,
wow,
there you go.
Wow, great.
Yeah.
When you think in life, like, what can you buy that's going to last 15 to 18 years? And I don't know how many wives you guys have been through, but I mean, that's the bada boom, bada bing.
First one. First and last.
First and last. What? No judgments here.
Yeah.
The point is, in your home or in your life, can a car make it 15 to 18 years? I mean, maybe. Sure, maybe, I guess. What else? A dishwasher, a refrigerator?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of unlikely when you think about it, right? I mean, they're just going to wear down, or technology is going to prove to the degree where it's foolish to. I mean, you can always hang on to any hunk of junk if you want, but when you think of the investment of heating and air conditioning and cleaning the air in your home. Maybe aside from like a roof, like what would you do, I guess, without a roof, aside from that, in terms of just running your home, it's hard to imagine a better investment, Reed.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things, like when you talk about, you brought up like a car. I mean, how many times do you buy a new car?
Well, I don't know about you, but with me, not that often. But but you go through cars. You certainly, I have at least. Now I just ride a bike.
I would say, some people it's like every other year, but I would say typically like maybe every 5 or 6 years. I mean, you're probably updating. You're getting a new car, and so I think one thing with this type of thing is like, yeah, it is a long-term investment. You want to make sure that you're going with the right company and that you're looking at all the different options and just looking at it that way. Cause yeah, I mean, it should be 15, 20 years that you're basically going to be, using this system. So, you want to look at it that way. I also kind of look at it too. I mean, have you guys ever slept on like a bad mattress?
Absolutely. Oh my God. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And like eventually you get to one point and you're like, I'm going to spend a little bit of money on my mattress, right? Because
I'll tell you that story real quick. I've been lucky to be with my wife. We were dating 18 and 19. Our 30-year anniversary is coming up in 5 days. How about that one?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Amazing.
And we didn't have any money. We were broke, of course. And I think our first mattresses we bought were mixed match. We probably got down, and I don't know whose curb we picked them up off of. But there was a point in our lives. This is a true story where we had just had it. And we were just like, forget this. Let's go. And that's exactly what we did. We bought an unbelievable, and it was expensive, king size mattress. Cause after a while with marriage, you can be in a different area code, or, it's fine. The bigger the bed, probably the more space you got.
Room to breathe,
Sure. But the point was, even though we spent a ton of money and it felt like a lot right then, we got the same mattress for more than a decade. It's crazy because we bought such a high quality mattress, so now I look back on that like it's nothing, like it's nothing whatsoever. And people should know you have financing options, and that I'm doing right now, 60 months, 0% interest financing. That's incredible. That's amazing, Reed.
Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of different options out there for systems, and we have financing options that really can fit in any budget. We can do the 0% interest. Like a lot of people, they may have the money sitting around, or maybe they have, a credit card or something, but it's like it's 0% interest.
Oh,
I mean, why not? If you got,
why not?
got the money,
Seriously.
or if you're looking for like a low payment,
Mm-hmm.
we can extend these out for over 10 years now. And it makes it very reasonable. And I think going back to the mattress, like, do you ever regret spending the extra money on that?
Don't even think about it.
Yeah.
We've said in our family it's the best thing we ever did.
Yeah.
So no regrets. Zero regrets.
To me, you look at your heating and air system in the same way, like spend the extra money, because it's going to last a long time. You're not going to regret it. And it's going to really impact your, comfort and your health tremendously. So I kind of look at them like, the same way.
Yeah. I mean, there's very few purchases that we as consumers can make that give us what we call ROI, return on the investment. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you buy quality, you receive that benefit immediately. So DMAC, just like you, when you bought that mattress, you spent extra money, but the investment, the quality of life changed immediately. Yeah. Just like with your new DMAC system and Reed's DMAC system, you guys got the benefit the very same day that you put it in. I mean, like you say, you can tell a significant difference in the quality of the air in the home as soon as you walk through the door.
Yep.
It's kind of like the investment a football team would build into their offensive line to protect their quarterback, so he's not scrambling around like Fowler Nicolosi just looking for an escape hatch, so you don't get humiliated by your in-state rivals.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the Broncos.
That's what I thought you were talking about too.
Yeah.
Fowler Nicolosi and Bo Nix are the same guy.
Yeah, they got a lot to talk about. It's the Premier Heating and Air Show, powered by American Standard Heating and Air. American Standard Heating and Air, that's my guy, Tom, Premier Heating and Air. That's my guy, Reed. 720-547-8009. 10 callers. First 10 callers right now get a free furnace tune-up. We only have a couple minutes left here, guys. So what are some heads up as it gets a little chillier here, Reed? What's some quick advice that you have?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, think about, doing all these things right now. I mean, get the tune-up if you don't know where you're at, you haven't done it in a while. That'll kind of that's a good place to start. If you're already looking at getting a new system, we've got a lot of great promotions. You can go to our website and take a look at all those. We have $1,000 trade-in credit. So, with the refrigerant changes and everything, like now's a good time to, trade out that old system and, kind of get ready for the season and, plan ahead.
Okay, Tom, any little piece of advice as we get into this week?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a strong recommendation that everybody get a hold of Reed and his team and get on their club membership. That club membership is very inexpensive. It's very affordable, and they're out in your neck of the woods and in your home twice a year, and they're making sure that your system is running at the optimal level twice a year. So that's really the key. And then they're right there to service for you.
Yeah, man, I can't recommend them enough. And this is a long-term relationship that's gone now for me through 2 different homes. And Reed, you got to come over sometime, man. We can walk around the neighborhood like old people and just, see.
I've got business cards.
It's some gelato, Let's do it. I'm in.
It sounds great, man. Right. And listen, no matter what you do, going with companies you trust is such a big deal. And I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing here if I don't trust these guys. And hey, the proof is in the pudding. I'm not making it up. I can't pretend that I had a home for 14 years with Premier in there, right? I mean, that either happened or it didn't, And so what you're hearing is honest, genuine love for these guys and what has happened. It's Premier Heating and Air, the Premier Heating and Air Show, powered by American Standard Heating and Air. Again, 720-547-8009. They won't break your heart like Jay Norvell and a CSU Rams did to Reed.
We'll show up for you. Unlike
they'll show up. They'll show up. Yeah. Oh my God! When you make an appointment, they'll show up. Go Rams. We'll talk to you guys next
right.
week. Bye.